Hello, let me ask you a question. Why are you here? The answer is simple and it is clear that you want to know more about the virtual assistant business. Of course, you would really want to know more about this business because it is a promising career for every one of us. The virtual assistant business is what brought you to this place, and it is what I am going to be talking about. I want to specially welcome you to this training because it's going to be a wonderful work for each one of us. Let me talk a little about myself. I am Gift Solomon. I am the founder of Virtual Momsy Services. Virtual Momsy Services offers digital services and trainings, and we also are agency for online tutoring and virtual assistants. I am a mother of three, two handsome boys, and of course, a beautiful daughter. My passion is to see that more and more people come into the online space and begin to aim from their skills. Before I go on, I will want to talk about my journey as a virtual assistant. Every journey, everybody has got a story to tell, and I also have my story to tell. As a freelancer, it all started some years back when we all graduated from the university, and we were, of course, very optimistic that things were going to get better. But for us not to while away our time, we grabbed the offers that we had. And then, as usual, we went into the teaching industry. And there we were for over 12 years, heading the schools and then also making our impacts in that area. My journey as a virtual assistant started when I heard about increase in dollar rates sometime back 2019. When I think then dollar was about moving to $400, 400 per dollar, and it got me so much worried and concerned that I began to think. Normally, when dollar rise, everyone will be scared, everyone will be talking about it. But I decided to see the better side of it. And while I was thinking about what will come out of it, I come to realize that I told myself that the best way to overcome this dollar rate thing that is always causing tension is to see how you can also earn in dollars. When I said that to myself, it was as if a light came to my eyes. I became excited within me and then I went on searching. I searched and searched, trying to find out if there was anything that one could do from here and then still earn in dollar. My thought led me to engage in so many things, even trainings. And I think one of the training I did was exportation, but I found out that I could not push through, and I was still making my research when when I stumbled over a comment in this regard, and I followed suit on the internet. I went on searching and until I came to find what I was looking for. As usual, when I found what I was looking for, my excitement was high, but then the price was also high. And I knew that I needed to take the VA course. I knew that I needed to take the course, even if the money was so very high. At that time, I didn't have much, but my mind was made up. You won't believe that I had to even seek for help from friends and colleagues, friends and families rather, and I got the help and I paid for the class. Now it wasn't as smooth as that because some of the persons I talked to about my intention were skeptical. They had their criticism. In fact, someone said all these online things that are fake, that are scam, they don't work. And I said, it is not what you have known that I am going for. I want to do something different. I tried to explain. In fact, I even tried to carry some persons along. But everybody wants to see results before they will take action. So I kept trying to convince some persons around me that cared to listen. And that was how I paid for the training. I raised the money and then I paid. And the training went on. During the course of the training, I wouldn't want to say how tedious it was and how I had to make so many sacrifices because as at then I was a head teacher and I had a baby at hand. Plus my other two kids that were still tender. I but then I was using my lines to go through it. Do you know why? Because I had seen the promising future that is in the VA business, being a freelancer, being a virtual assistant. I have seen that it's so promising and it's better than where I was. If I could put in all my best, if I could put in the much I had put in the past 12 years, I believe that this was going to come out. This was going to bring me something better. So I was doing it with all passion, with all passion. I wasn't taking it lightly. In fact, I tried as much as I could to take my career as a virtual assistant as serious as I took my career in the university. And so I I was able to scale through and then I got my first job. In fact, I got a job with a with I think he was a guy and I got a job. It was a telemarketing job while the training was going on. And while training was going on, since he was hiring me, he had to he train me. So I went through his training, through the company's training while I was still undergoing my VA training. So I tried chatting one of my coaches and she told me what to do and then I went on with the job. Because of the stress I was going through, I had to leave the job at that time and focus on my training. So that was how this journey started. Immediately after the training, after a while, I got another job. So it was not for a long time. It was just like a payoff. When you do the job, you get paid, and that's all. So I got that job from a freelancing platform. Then after that one, I also got another job with uh uh, USA Human. No, was that US? It's in is it New York? Oh, please, I've forgotten. But I got a job with the lady. She's a realtor, so she works as a real estate agent. So I was working with her as a virtual assistant, and that job came with so much excitement and the pay was good. Knowing that I would also be earning permanently in dollars gave me so much excitement. And in fact, I put in my all to see that that job was sustained. And after a while, somehow, I couldn't continue with that job, and it left me with so much depression. I felt depressed. I felt, in fact, it affected me psychologically and emotionally. But then something happened while I was still mourning over the loss of that job. I started thinking deeper and I started making some research, which is what will make this training very unique and special for you. Because I'm going to be talking to you about all my mistakes, all the errors I made at the beginning, and then I'm going to be sharing with you how you are going to succeed as a virtual assistant. So, I went into search, I went into research, I started digging deeper, I started looking out for other things, how we got it wrong, how I started changing my mindset, and then that was how I was able to skate through and pull through that season. And after then, it has been testimonies of successes and increase so far. I can't just stop talking about my virtual assistant journey because I love what I am doing right now. So if you give me time to talk about it, I will keep talking about it. But for now, let's just delve into the class for today. We are going to be looking few things, and one of the things we will be looking at is who is a virtual assistant? Who is a virtual assistant? I know you have heard about the word freelancing, tech skills, virtual assistant. Of course, this is what is trending. This is what has come to be. This is what this is the way the world is going right now. And virtual assistant is one of the high selling skills, is one of the high paying skill, is a skill that every one of us needs to grab very early. Permit me to say that you are already grabbing it very early by just clicking on my link and joining my WhatsApp group. You have made yourself to be one of the early learners, the early grabbers of this career opportunity that we are going to be talking about, the virtual assistant business. So, who is a virtual assistant? I try to make it so very simple and clear for everyone to understand. A virtual assistant is a freelancer or an independent contractor and business helper who uses a computer to do tasks for people. They work from home or anywhere with the internet. Now, I want you to understand that the word independent contractor did not say a graduate, it did not say a specialist. Anyone can be a virtual assistant. Anyone can be a virtual assistant. And a virtual assistant is a freelancer, one that has been trained on tech skills to help independent contractors manage their businesses using the computer, helping them to do tasks, helping them from their home. Now, this person is just like an office secretary, an office front desk rep, an office cashier, an office receptionist, an office admin, and so on. A virtual assistant is all of those things, but she or he works from the internet. And since it is from the internet, she can connect with business persons. Her employers can come from any part of the world because with the help of tech skills and tech tools, she would be able to work as in real time working in an office. Yes, you may be wondering how is this possible, but I want to bring to your notice that so many persons that may be around you right now, holding their laptop and their phones, may not want to tell you that they are working with people far from their environment, or even outside the country. It is the reality of it all. So we are going to still check out who this VA is. Is it they might do things like, what do they do? Things like answering calls, answering emails, organizing files, or even posting things on the internet using various text tools. Imagine if your computer could talk and help out. That's a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is just like a walking or a talking computer. And guess what? They like they are like superheroes because they can help lots of people without needing to be in the same place. It's like having a special helper on the internet. So you see, what you are going to become is a special helper to businesses, to companies on the internet. You are going to be a superhero that could sit down in your home and then be working for someone or a company from any part of the world. Some of you may want to say, is this possible? It is the reality, is the truth. Now, let me tell you something about this career. It has come to stay. The reason is because tech is the future, tech is now. In fact, we will always want to say tech is the future, but tech is taking over already. So, tech is the present. The present is tech. And what does it mean? It means that more and more people are going to come online to show their presence, and they want to take a firm stand in the online space. This is because many persons that are doing businesses online have so much testimonies to give. They know that the online space is promising, so they are going to move. Some persons already have physical businesses, and they are moving into create an online presence, which many have done, some are trying to do. Now, some other persons are the next categories of persons are those who do not have any physical business but operate solely in the online space. They may have a workspace in their home, but they don't have any shop, they don't have any office. The only office and shop they have is the laptop and their phones. And are you going to say that it's not possible? No, it's very much possible. Many and many more persons are going to be coming to the online space. They are going to register their presence in the online space. They are going to do business in the online space. They are going to spend more time in the online space. They are going to make money in the online space. So you can see that they understand that tech has come to stay, and they are leveraging on the opportunities. Now, let me ask you, who do you think is going to work for those persons? Some of them that have physical shop have sales girls. Do you think it's the same sales girls that are going to work for them in their online space office? Now, some of those persons have customer support, people that talk to sub customer, people that welcome call. Do you think that it's those physical persons that are going to do these things without being trained, without having the knowledge of what the online space is all about? No. These persons, the more and more people that come to the online space are definitely going to employ as it were in real time assistants, but in this case, it's going to be online assistants. So you can see that the virtual assistant is same as an online assistant, doing the same thing that the physical office assistants do. Wow, I hope you understand. This is simple enough. I have tried to make it very, very simple so that it's easier to understand. So there is going to be more recruitment, more hiring of online assistants by these company owners, by business owners. I am saying it because I am very much sure of what I am saying. I am not talking about the future. I am talking about now. Currently, more businesses are online. And do you know that online work gets so tedious that definitely you will want someone to assist you if you really want to scale your business. It is what we call collaboration, it is what we call giving it out to someone. So, definitely, people are going to need help. People need help currently. People are looking for help. There are so many things that a virtual assistant does that uh, that are needed by these people. And one of those things are okay, let me just mention some of the things that they will want you to do for them. Simple things as graphic design. Let me use that. A business owner that knows how to design may not want to continue designing because it's going to take more of their time. So definitely they are going to look for someone to assign those tasks to. A business owner may that wants to keep record. At a point, we understand that just keeping record is taking more of his time. I know you may want to ask which one is more of the time. The truth is that the online space takes more time. It requires more attention than the physical space. I'm going to explain that. Let's take for instance, I have a shop where I sell where I sell children's shoes. I have sampled my goods, and if there's someone that is working that is interested in buying my shoe, that will by themselves come to my shop and say they want to buy my shoe. Perhaps I might even be sleeping in the shop or I might be busy. I may not even realize when they walked into the shop. And then I will casually welcome them as we usually see. And the person is still going to try to buy from me because the person wanted the shoe for her kids and the person walked in by herself. What happened? The person saw my shop. The person actually went out to look for shoe for the child. So saw my shop and then the person came in. That's the physical space for you. There seems not to be much labor. There seems not to be much convincing because people walk in on their own and they actually walked in because they wanted to buy. So the stress of convincing is very low. But in the online space, it's just like you're wandering in the air and then you yourself are going to look at for who wants to buy that children's shoe. If I am selling that shoe online, it's going to take time before people will on their own walk in to my DM to say they want to buy that shoe. I must have done certain things over and over again to attract them. So it takes more time, it takes patience, it takes a lot. And because of what it takes from those businessmen and these companies, they are going to need more and more persons to assist them because they know that the only way for them to succeed is by hiring a virtual assistant. Wow. So this is wonderful. Before we move on, we are just going to briefly look at the difference between a virtual assistant and an in-house assistant. I am sure that from what I have said so far, some of us are already grasping the so we are going to briefly look at the difference between a virtual assistant and an in-house assistant. And one of the major difference is location. Location is one of the things that sets these two persons apart. Whereas a virtual assistant is a remote worker. When we talk about remote worker, we are talking about someone that can work from the comfort of their home or from anywhere they choose, and an in-house assistant is expected to be found at the location where he or she will be employed. But such is not the case of a virtual assistant, because the virtual assistant can work from the comfort of their home. Imagine you sitting down on your bed, or lying down on your bed, or even in your kitchen or any corner of your house, and then you were working. This is what the world has come. This is where the world has reached, where every one of us can work remotely, so long as you have the necessary skills and you know your way around it all. You can work as a remote worker, while the in-house assistant must be present at the location where he or she has been hired. Now, another thing is communication. The virtual assistant communicates through technology and digital channels, whereas the in-house assistant have the advantage of face-to-face communication with their employers. But that is not to say that they they have more advantage. We are just trying to look at the differences, right? So that is one of the major difference. You can communicate with your employer from any part of the world, and the way various ways of communication, the way that you and your employer can sit down in the physical office and communicate. Technology has also made it possible that you and your supposed employer or your future employer, we can also sit down digitally and then communicate. So let's look at flexibility. Virtual assistants often are more flexible. They often have more flexible working hours. This is one of the most interesting part of it, that as a virtual assistant, you have an option to choose your time that you want to work. You have an option to select. Now, some of the job that virtual assistants get, some of them are tied to hours, especially if you're working for an international client. Most of their works are tied to hour, the paper hour. You may decide to work for 8 hours. You may decide to work for fewer hours. You may decide to work for longer hours, and you have a flexibility of time. Today you may say, because I have other things, I will be working for 2 hours, and then you'll be paid for 2 hours. You may say, if you have the opportunity, you may say, today I have other time and I want to work for 10 hours. I know that we Nigerians will want to work more and more and more, because the more time we work, the more we also aim. So that's one of the major difference. Another one is the cost. Virtual assistants sometimes seems to be cost effective, as in it seems to be lower for people, especially the international clients. It seems to be cheaper, because for them to employ someone that will come to their home and sit down with them and work, it seems to be more expensive. So they will prefer someone that, because of the flexibility of time, they will prefer someone that they can negotiate time with. And this is what I can pay. I want you to work with me for just 3 hours a day, 1 hour a day, 8 hours per week, and just like that, they can negotiate such things. So it seems to be easier, and more of them are hiring virtual assistants. Then let's look at the skill set. Virtual assistants can also be sourced from wider pool of talent globally. You know what? If it was to be an in-house assistant, you have to pick locally. But since it's a virtual assistant, it's a global thing. And one thing I've loved so much about this career is that people don't tend to, most of the persons I've come in contact with, they don't really care about where you're coming from. What they really want to see is, if you have the ability and the capacity to deliver, do you have the necessary skills and the necessary experience? With that, they are good. They don't care where you're coming from. Nobody is asking you what is your country. Nobody has ever, except in some cases, where they will specifically mention the country they want, but they don't for any reason despise or discriminate that, okay, you are not from my country, you are not, you are a Nigerian, let me use that, or you're from Ghana, or you're from Africa, so I'm not going to hire you for that reason. No, they don't do that. There is no such discrimination except on certain cases where the clients want a particular race and they are going to say it. But generally, what everyone is looking to hire is someone with skill, someone with experience, someone with passion. And sometimes they will say someone with a drive to make money because they believe that it's going to make you to do more. So those are the things. Then another one, this, we have supervision. You cannot supervise. You can sorry, in-house assistants are generally under direct supervision, right? And they can be closely managed by their employers. Whereas virtual assistants require a level of trust and effective communication to ensure tasks are completely satisfactory. Now, whereas this in-house persons can be supervised, the virtual assistant is on his or her own, but that is why the training is necessary. Now, when you have been trained as a virtual assistant, you will be trained all round to know how to manage your time, to know how to communicate and to collaborate so that the space is not felt, so that when you are employed, you're going to cover up every other space that might have been there as a result of non-supervision. So we you see that the tasks vary. A virtual assistant can work from home, and a virtual assistant in-house assistant may handle broader range of tasks due to their physical presence, including tasks that require them handling physical documents or coordinating in-person meeting. But a virtual assistant, it may just be employed to do a particular thing. So let's look at this. Wow, it is indeed a promising career. It is indeed a promising career. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It is a promising career. Sometimes when I talk with my teammates, we are like, oh, it's like we came late. Imagine 2019. I would say we came late. And then we'll tell ourselves, no, we came early. What about you? If you don't grab this now, in 10 years' time, you're still going to look for it. In 5 years' time, you are still going to look for it because it is the future. It is the freelancing is the future. This is just an aspect of freelancing, the virtual assistant business. I will always use business because I have a special interest in the business aspect of it. So it is a promising career. It has so much to offer to every one of us. One most important thing I will say about this is it sets you, if you're a virtual assistant, you're dealing with the whole world. And when you are dealing with the whole world, there is a high possibility that you are going to meet a very big opportunity. There is a very high possibility. Let's take this. You are staying in your locality, a small community. The things that are going to fall for you from that community definitely are going to be things that come to the community. And they may not be too much big thing. Imagine you move to a bigger city. The things that are going to, the opportunity, what you're going to lay your hands on are many. Now we're talking about the world. You're dealing with the world. You're exposed to the whole world. You're selling your talents. You're selling your skill. You're standing in you're standing in the labor market of the whole world. And anyone can hire you. Any company can hire you. So long as you know what you're doing, you are competent, you can offer, you can deliver, you have the right skills, anybody can hire you without discrimination. because what every business owner wants is result, output. They want efficiency. So long as you have the skill and you can help them in the business, you can help them handle certain tasks that will help them scale their business. I assure you that you would be hired by these persons. So you see, as long as business require administrative tasks to be managed, the demand for virtual assistants is likely to remain steady. There will always be demand for virtual assistants because they will be needing you to, businesses will be needing you and I to support them in administrative work, and also help them manage emails, help them make phone calls, help them in customer support service, help them in in so many things, so many things. So the virtual assistant is a very, the virtual assistant's career is highly promising. It's a promising one. You don't even need to think about it twice. What you should be thinking at this point is, let me start. I need to get in. I need to get in. I know some of you have even heard about this before now, but you just scroll past. And now you came and you found me, and we are here together. I hope you are going to take it seriously right now. You're going to take it seriously. Let us change our mindset. Let us change our mindset. When something is trending, jump in quickly. It's not when you, after so many years, you begin to say, oh, I would have. You don't need to say that. It is a promising career. So you need to rush in and grab it. Why is it a promising career? It gives us global client base. As a virtual assistant, you can work with clients from any industry, from any location. I've said that before. And then it also gives you an opportunity to do more than one work at the same time. You can have up to three clients that you're working for. You may be working for two companies. You can even be working for four, depending on the hours, on how you can manage yourself and your time. So why? Why? It's not like our normal work where you move 5 to 9 to 5, where you leave the house in the morning and at midnight, almost late at night, that's when you're coming back. It doesn't give you an opportunity to do other work. I know some of you want to take this as a side hustle. Virtual assistant is more than a side hustle, it's a career. It is a career. It is a career. I consciously transited into virtual assistant as a career, leaving my former career. I consciously did this because I saw how promising it was. So you can work with more than one employee and earn big, and aim big. It is possible because you are having a flexible work schedule. So you have freedom to choose your schedule. You have freedom to choose your the jobs that you want. You have freedom to choose the number of persons that you want to work for. And finally, we are complaining about the dollar this, dollar this. Do you know that anytime dollar is rising, certain persons are happy. Certain persons are checking and praying that dollar keeps rising because they are earning in dollar. And I want to ask you, I am very much sure that you would want to be among those persons. So what's going to stop you? What is going to stop you? That's why I was excited that you found me. There is a very high possibility that you are going to earn in dollars. Why am I saying this? I'm trying to be very frank with us. Even if you don't earn in dollar immediately, you will be earning in your local currency, definitely. But then there is a very high chance of you meeting an international client. Some persons are working with international clients already. So you can see that it is a promising career for you. And that will bring us to the next one that we want to look at. I know you have been thinking, oh, tell me how to start. I want to start. I just can't wait. So many persons have been chatting me. I just can't wait. So many persons have been patient, waiting for me to get to this point where I'm going to be telling you how you are going to start your VA business. I love calling it business because I have so much to say about that. I have so much to say about it. Well, the best way or the first thing to do to get started is that you met me and you have already started. Then you also listened to this training to this point. We have been on this training for the past 40 minutes and you were patient enough to listen. So that is to say that you have started. You have started. The next thing that you would do to get fully involved in this training is for you to make up your mind that you want to transit into this or you want to add it into what you are doing. Remember, it is best for stay at home mom, graduates, undergraduate, school certificate holders. You don't need to be a graduate before you become a virtual assistant. Nobody asks for your certificate, so don't even bother about that. What they ask for is your skill, and that is what I am here to give to you. The skills that you need to be ready, the skills that you need to be equipped, the skills that you need to be confident enough to walk into any company or to pick any job post and say, I am capable. It is that skill that I am going to give to you. They will not ask you of a certificate. Hardly have I been asked. In fact, I have never been asked of my certificate as a virtual assistant. I have never been asked for my certificate. So you see, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So even a school cert holder can be a virtual assistant so long as you can deliver efficiently, so long as you can help businesses to succeed, so long as you can help ease their stress, so long as you can do what the in-house assistant has been doing, and you can do that in the online space, they are going to employ you. So the best way for you to start is to make up your mind that wow, 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 this is what I have been looking for, the same way I exclaimed when I saw it. And then you go for it with all your might, with all your strength. There may be some things that may want you to postpone your starting immediately. You just have to drop them aside and just start. So the best way for you to start is just to start now. And you may want to say, how is this training? Or let us look at what the training is all about. Let's look at what this training is all about. This training will be teaching us so much. One of the things that you're going to learn about this training, all you need to know is that it is 1 month boot camp. It is a boot camp. It is not a course. It is not a course that I am selling to you. If I am to sell a course to you, I would have given you my link to go and buy my course ever since you met me. But no, it is going to be a 1 month full training. And that 1 month may not be enough, but you're going to get enough. Now we are going to work together. I'm going to hold your hands and pull you through to make you a professional virtual assistant that can be confident enough to visit any platform and approach any personality or company to say, I want to work for you. Now, the days are flexible. It's going to be Mondays to Friday, and our classes are going to hold on Telegram. Now, when a video is dropped on Telegram, all you will do is to watch that video, and we are going to meet in our WhatsApp in a paid WhatsApp group. where we are going to submit projects, where we are going to exchange concerns and share challenges. We're going to support each other, and we are going to make it very, very easy. That is full mentorship that I would be giving towards and community support. Now, one thing that we emphasize in Tech Bootcamp is community support, because if it is not there, you may want to draw back when you find out that some things you're not getting them right. So the community support will be there, and full mentorship from I and my team will be there. So what you will get is the tech skills, freelancing skills, social media management skill, customer support skill, appointment setting skills, email marketing skills, graphic designing, online business branding, administrative task, administrative skills, digital marketing skills, telemarketing skills, how and where to get clients. I want to take a closer look at this and then begin to say how much is this worth. Then you look at the side, you will see that it's only 16,500 for all this, for all this. And I have to say that it is my gift to you. Yes, it is my gift to you. I know how much was spent in the university, some of us, and all the stress and everything. And when we came out, we could not really hold something tangible. But with what you are about to get here for 16,500, I want to assure you that you are going to smile. If I had the thought of knowing that, oh, I own this business, it is my career, it is my business, I'm in charge, it gives a liberating feeling. It gives a liberating feeling. And by the end of this training, you are going to be getting our certificate. We are going to be giving you our certificate. Yes. And now, I want you to take action. I want you to take action. Secure your spot. We are giving you a discount. Instead of paying 16,500, you are going to pay only 10,000 naira today to gain access to this training. I say it again, yes, and I am serious about it. Yes, yes, yes. I know you are wondering. Yes, it is true. You are going to pay only 10,000 naira to gain access to this 1 month training to be your virtual assistant. Here are the account details. Take a closer look at them and pay into any of the accounts. Please remember that once we get to 20 persons, we are going to stop taking 10,000 naira. We are going back to the 16,500. The reason I'm doing this is because I know how it was for me to pay the huge sum of money that I paid, and I know how it is for so many one of us. I don't want you to say I don't have money. That was why I did not join. Now we have made it very easy for you. So I want you to join now. What you are going to do for me is to pay that 10,000 naira into this account. Send me a receipt of your payment. Sorry, send me, yes, the receipt of your payment. And I will be adding you to all the paid groups, because on the 1st of September, we are kicking off the strain. I want to raise another set of freelancers. I want to hear more testimonies. I want to see more people smiling to my DM and telling me good things that's happening to them in the online space. And I know you are going to be part of those persons. You are going to be one of them. Thank you very much for taking your time to listen to this 15 minutes video. I am sure that you are already excited and you're ready to take action. Yes, if you were wondering before what you would do, it is here facing you, and I'm sure you're going to take action to start doing it. I am Gift Solomon. I'm the founder of Veteromancy Services. Let me see you in class. Bye for now.